toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Bearcats will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors offense will have the first possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Hawaii! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Bearcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. And the Bearcats will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And after the punt, that's where they'll mark it, just outside the 30-yard line. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Trying to beat the D deep. And that one falls incomplete. Trying to get a chunk play on that one. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Lanier. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And the Rainbow Warriors want to move quickly.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Snags it. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Here's the handoff. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Guys, let's chat a minute about Cincinnati. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough, but it looks as if they won this battle with the commitment from a three-star receiver, Jesse. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to.
And the Bearcats will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Looking downfield, it's Lanier. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game. Football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Wants to fire on second down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's a heat. Across the 35. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Field gets a little tighter here in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. The Bearcats have it in scoring position on first and goal. He wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! Fitted in the window for the score.
Down here close on the goal line, you got to have great timing, and there was no hesitation by the quarterback. As soon as he saw his target open up, he fired that football in for 6.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position.
All right, not ideal, right? Not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone, get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
Wide open downfield. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Hawaii. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds a tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. We've reached the end of the period, and Hawaii is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. The Bearcats are on the move. Looking for a gap. It's Clark. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looks as if he's going to run it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Now on first down from the 40. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Pulls it in. It's Flowers. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to run for it. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. He slides that just inside the right upright. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Dropping back, it's Lanier. He rifles one deep down the middle. Makes a grab on the shot. Off and running. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Warriors! He can find the end zone. Now 60 career touchdown catches.
I mean, that is just silly that this guy is always finding ways to get in the end zone. Like, you know they want to take him away. He is the focal point. 60 touchdowns, you know they're going to throw it to him. Palmer keeps making plays.
And David, throughout his career, we've seen defenses try everything to stop this guy. They bracketed him, double coverage, man coverage, zone coverage. It doesn't matter. He's the ultimate weapon. 60 touchdown catches is so good.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Now the play fake. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And they'll mark this one at the 20-yard line.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Rainbow Warriors trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And how about that back-to-back sacks? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Time to take a shot. Makes the catch on the left. Oh, a lot of space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hawaii.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Bearcats will send out the punt unit. And they'll down this just inside the 35-yard line.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football on that play.
Looking to throw, it's Lanier. Pressure coming. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Rainbow Ward. Oh, the fake, the up man looking for room. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the 1st down. The fake is an absolute disaster. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll start this drive with a pass. Punts it out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
You got to wonder if that's going going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass. It's Lanier. He makes the grab. They stop him just a link or two short of the first. And man, what they can do on second down here. Looking to fire. Dances away. He's going to fire to the left. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. The Rainbow Warriors want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. This one's complete. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker. Trying to get it in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking for space. It's Clark. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. From the gun, running back on the move. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And they'll just down it right there.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Buying some time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. And the Rainbow Warriors will hustle to the line.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season, like spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his ability to throw the football, and that's why he's one of the best in all of college football.
To the air, it's Lanier. Fires downfield. Complete in the middle. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been weak.
Intercepted, number 19. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Bearcats will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Flying down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hawaii.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Northwestern is running away with this one behind an offense that's firing on all cylinders. They're up 14 over Purdue. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Firing to the right, complete. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. Turning it on. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it from the gun. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. The Bearcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
3rd down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. Makes the grab down the middle. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. They kick it away on 4th down. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Scanning the field, it's Lanier. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 25. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The Rainbow Warriors headed quickly to the line. He might want another play. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Warriors!
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Hawaii, 56. Cincinnati, 17.
And he'll bring it back. And the returner goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line.
Green 25.
Going with the ground game left. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Bearcats decide to punt it away. And they'll mark it down at the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Lanier. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. Oh, he's got some space. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. New set of downs after the completion.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver. So that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. This time, it's complete. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw again. Going for it all. Touchdown, Hawaii! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Running back searching for a hole. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in this.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Bearcats line up to punt it away.
4th down.
They're going to mark this one at the 15.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field, and hey, even cause a turnover, that's just gravy.
He's going for it all. Reels it in down the left side. Open spaces. He's at the 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. They stretch this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football, and you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
And the Rainbow Warriors racing to the line in the hurry up. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Lanier. Touchdown, Hawaii! Quick strike through the air for the score. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Bearcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run play action. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Bearcats come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the grab on the left.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Soft spot in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Bearcats are marching down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
The Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Number 12.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Right down the boulevard. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with a send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Purdue. We'll let you...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 25. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Bearcats send out the punt unit. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And it'll be downed right there.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Back to throw, it's Lanier. He unleashes a long one. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Great place to start for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Bearcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Absolutely perfect. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads it downfield. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. going right to work up top. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense...
He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab inside the 30. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking for a man. It's Lanier. A shot toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.